I have a problem, man. I bought my first Weber product. Okay, I got the Weber Moonraker. It just sounds so James Bond, but wait, let's just talk about it. So this is it. This is a WDT tool. So what it's supposed to do is to declump your coffee ground in your portafilter to make a better espresso. That's it. But this thing is ridiculously expensive. Like, it's $275 for the standard and like $475 for the ultra, which kind of replaces some of these gears with more brass. I don't know. Anyways, the way it works is that you see a bunch of needles connected to a bunch of gears connected to this outer rim. And as you rotate it, the planetary gears move, in turn move the needles of different heights, and kind of go through the entire coffee bed on your portafilter and kind of rake it. And apparently after 5 to 10 rotations, you've really gone through the entire coffee bed. Now, of course, this is compared to what I was using already, a homemade WDT tool. It's basically a cork with a bunch of toothpicks stuck in there. This is not great because toothpicks are too thick, but I like it. I've just been using it for so long now. It's got this patina of all the coffee over use, so it feels like old, but it's basic and it's pretty cheap. So am I really getting a significant value add out of it? I don't know, man, and I think that's the mistake I'm making. Alright, so let's talk about 3 things about it. So the first is industrial design. This thing is really well built, and a lot of it goes to Weber workshops and their philosophy, which I was reading about in the last standard, number 31, so the latest one as of now. But it has a nice interview with Douglas Weber, who's the guy who runs Weber workshops, and talks about his start at Apple, and then how he went to Japan, kind of all these confluences you can see kind of coming into a product like this. It's mechanical, it's tactile, it's heft, and even into things like the unboxing experience, right? So as I open up the box, I just see this manual. I'm like, what is that? I remove it, and then you see the Moonraker. Like, it's amazing how they, captivate your attention in just unboxing something as simple as this. I love it. It really gives the right feeling and the perception that this is doing its job, and it's something that's going to survive for a while. The second is, does it really do a good job of WDT? I mean, does it do a job? And here's the thing, I have buyer's remorse. I have a bias, right? Given the amount of cash that I put on this thing, I really want it to work. It's almost like saying a red car will drive faster than any other color. It's going to be there. Having said that, I do see a difference using this WDT tool versus my previous one. I see a level of clarity coming through in my coffee that I wasn't getting before. So as an example, I'll be able to taste more orange than, let's say, a generic citrusy, fruity flavor in one coffee. Or in the other one, I got a lot more clearer caramel rather than a sugary, sweet kind of flavor. So I think that's a win, but it's a marginal win. So just note that. Okay, the third thing we need to talk about is the price. So, like I said, the base model is $275. The one with brass gears goes up to $475. That's a big chunk of change, man. And it's almost similar to an Acai Luna. The Acai Luna, it's a coffee scale. It's basically the same thing as any coffee scale. So like a $12 coffee scale can do. Why is this $250? It's really an unreasonable purchase. And similar to the WDT tool, you get WDT tools for $20. Ignore mine, mine's bad, but you get good ones for $20 that you just do yourself manually. Is this worth $300 to $500? It's a really unreasonable purchase. Like, I just cannot recommend it. I think just to summarize, like, it's a great industrial design. I think it just gives that feeling of being mechanical and tactile. It does its job. I definitely see an improvement in my coffee. But for the price, it gives me a lot of quarter-life crisis vibes. Like, you need to have that crisis in your life before you hit the buy now button. Although, I just can't explain it, man. What does it say that I have 2 quarter-life crisis espresso products sitting on my counter? Anyways, man, I'll see you all in the next one. Have fun.